Oh, hi. How are you? That's good. Yeah, I was telling the other callers about my many careers and throughout the years, and yes, I was a mechanic. hmm Well, they were wanting to know about my other adventures, shall I say? Uh, I thought it was about 2004, but I was over in Tennessee in 2004, still trying to, continue my therapeutic sessions with massage, and just kept getting a lot of flack from people, and so I didn't proceed with that. And it wasn't 2004 with my other adventures. I'm thinking it was more around 2007. But yes, I was a sea captain. I was a ship captain, and I had a whole crew. And we, took a lot of adventures. I didn't really know what was going on or who all was involved, and it was kind of a contract I had agreed to not disclose the information. And boy, I have this fly flying around in here, and I swear it's a drone. The fly on the wall. So I'm gonna have to kill it. Anyway, yes, I was a ship captain, and what they were doing was they were, going out to a lot of championship, deep sea fishing tournaments, and that's really what I thought was going on in the beginning. And Key Largo was one of the places I stayed for a very long time. Well, I say a long time, but it was really about, the first time I was there about a month, and that's during that whole month I was totally unaware of who all was involved. But anyway, there was this long pier there, and it was on Button Sound Bay, and a beautiful place, prime real estate right there. It was gorgeous, but there were a lot of strange things going on, and I just started going, something's not right here. And I would go out on the pier every day and fish and sit in the sun, and I started noticing this boat, the same boat sitting out, in a distance every day. And I started going, that's kind of strange. What? It wasn't a fishing boat, it was just a boat sitting there. And I'd kind of move around a little bit various days. And, there was a lot of lobster trapping going on around there too. So, but, yeah, I didn't know, exactly what was going on, but yeah, I was a ship captain. Yeah, I was. And we sailed, to the South Pacific, and there are a lot of uncharted islands, that people don't know about, and which caused me to start studying maps a lot. And yeah, I had some friends that were marine biologists there too, and they had a lot of things going on with aquatic, animals such as, manatees and things like that. That is pretty interesting. And some of those things weren't really manatees; they were like ships. And these people were friends with Hillary Clinton, and she had been to this place, from what I understand. And we'll go into that story about her later. But I discovered that Secret Service was there, and which made me real uneasy. So, but this was later on in my second or third trip there. But they had some telescopes there, some really interesting high-tech telescopes. And this person who owned the property was really involved in intergalactic, extraterrestrial, research, shall I say. And this was very strange. because you think that you're just on vacation, it's just about fishing and fishing expeditions, and that's really not what was going on. So yeah, we sailed to the islands, and let me tell you, there were mermaids. There was a whole island full of mermaids. It was unbelievable. um, but as I said, these are uncharted islands that aren't even on the map, and yeah, it was quite interesting. So then another trip there, I was to go over to Coral Gables, over to Miami, and when I got there, I was greeted by, um, no, he wasn't. No, he wasn't the butler. He wasn't White Gloves. That was somebody else. But yeah, we took a little walk. I got out of my car. We took a little stroll and discussed some things. And he informed me then Secret Service was there, and that I was to stay in the guest house where Hillary stayed. And I said, well, oh, really? And this was really the first clue that I had that there was government involved in this. And I told the butler, I said, I need to go over to the store and grab some cigars and get me a cola, and I'll be back. And so I just got into my vehicle, and I wasn't far from the highway where this was, and I got on I-95 and I kept driving, and I didn't stop until I was out of Florida. And so this was, wasn't my last trip there, but they knew that spooked me. Now, I didn't mind being a ship captain, and when I thought we were going on fishing expeditions, but down farther, another trip there down farther, I was in Marathon and Alamorada, and there were some other strange things going on there too. But so you had these other people, kind of, it seemed, that were watching you, almost like saying something about you, and they were watching you, and what they were saying wasn't true. That was like their excuse to kind of spy on you. So this is when I kind of really got the inkling that that's what was going on. And they were maybe people trying to figure out what I was doing. Although I was doing nothing, I was just vacationing, going there, doing, minding my own business. But these other people that I was dealing with weren't who I thought they were. And then, the yachts and the things like that, going there and going sailing down to around Alamorada. We were on this yacht for like all day long, and the mechanics of that, they had mechanics working on it, and this guy was very interesting. He was a very nice guy, and said his wife was in Germany. But another time I had an instance where I had an encounter with a German, what are you going to call it? He was like an Aquaman. Yeah, and I didn't know it. And that's another story. I'll tell y'all about that later. But yeah, I was a ship captain, and did some sailing to the South Pacific. So, but anyway, yeah, the mechanics of a lot of this stuff is quite interesting. It's almost like Jules Verne, 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea kind of stuff. But it has a lot to do with, steampunk adventures too. So that, just so that you might want to go look that up and see what that's all about. But anyway, I appreciate you calling, and we will talk again. So I've been here 3 years. COVID brought me back to Texas, to my family, and I rent, a cottage from my family. But I'm still unpacking things. I had a lot of stuff here from 40 years ago and various things. Still unpacking stuff that's been here for 100 years, nearly 100 years. But, a lot of family stuff that you either want or you want to throw away or you want to restore things. And that's kind of what I'm doing, so I'm still unpacking stuff. But anyway, so excuse the mess. It's, just I've got stuff stacked around everywhere. But anyway, we'll get more stories about the adventures to the South Pacific and the mermaids.